This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. How dare you? How dare you? You have stolen my dreams. You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. Empty words. Empty words. Words.
So what is happening in the ionosphere to allow this control to take place? Ionospheric heaters use this D layer in the ionosphere. Notice it only forms in the daytime when the sun is up. At nighttime, it disappears completely, and the ionosphere is 170 miles up, and the ionospheric heaters cannot control the jet stream with that being so high up. But in the daytime, it's only 30 miles up. So here's a look at the hardware that's actually working out in the Pacific to destroy hurricanes and push warm air into the Arctic. Push warm air into the Arctic. Push warm air into the Arctic. This is the SBX-1 main transmitter unit, and off on the left here, you can see it's not a little doll or a Barbie figure. It's a grown man. This is a really huge, terrible piece of hardware. That giant flat plate array transmitter is placed inside of a fabric radome, and this is a picture during assembly inside the radome. Each one of these little wedges is a transmit-receive module which transmits about 200 watts. So there are 45,000 transmit-receive modules, and this antenna can detect an object the size of a baseball at a range of 2,500 miles. That is why I say this thing can project all that power into a pinpoint beam, totally computer controlled. The dome is 120-foot diameter. The power source, 3.6 megawatt generators for a total of almost 22 megawatts. And this hard platform has a tow ship to move it around. So that 22 megawatts is not actually designed to go into the engines. That is designed to go into the transmitter unit. Other U.S. Navy ships have powerful microwave transmitters. This is the U.S. Navy ship Howard O. Lawrenson. It looks small, but it's actually 534 feet long. Each phased array boxes on the top of the deck is a phased array transmitter. Synthetic aperture radar, whatever you want to call it, weighs 250 tons. And there's a crew of 88 on board. This is a gigantic ionospheric heater. Ionospheric heater. Ionospheric heater, again, in a different format.
You've been living in a dream world.
And the BBC wasn't immune from whipping up climate hysteria over the weekend with its reporting of the Rhodes wildfires, which are now believed to be caused by arsonists. After doing victory laps celebrating a climate meltdown, MSM types were left red-faced after Greek authorities confirmed the devastating blazes were man-made. But the Beeb has now separately taken flak for sending its climate editor 1,800 miles to Spain to cover the summer heatwave on the continent. This is the moment correspondent Justin Rowlett reported live that the heatwave was caused by climate change.
In the blast of heat today in Spain, it's going to go across into Italy, already very hot in Italy, but it's going to get hotter there, and then finally it will end in Greece, all accentuated, exaggerated by the effects of climate change. Climate change is pushing temperatures up and making heat waves like this longer and more extreme.
This time the powers that be, aided and abetted by more of this science, are busy using the summer as an anvil for reasons that make sense only when you're in the business of frightening the living daylights out of populations, frightening the living daylights out of populations, frightening the living daylights out of populations, the palette for colouring the weather maps has been changed from the familiar life-affirming greens and blues to the angriest of oranges, reds, purples and black. Glimpsed out of the corner of an eye, the most recent maps of the Mediterranean look like pizzas left too long in the oven, all blistered and burnt. I say it's ludicrous. Among the most blatant and inexcusable fear-mongering fear of summer. Dotted throughout the incinerated hellscapes are the numbers predicting daily temperatures. I think they're missing a trick by not finessing the maps, by having those numbers held up by little red devils, complete with blackened hooves, horns and white-hot flaming pitchforks. The news reporting has been at least as hysterical as the weather forecasting. So far, the combined desperation of disaster journalists for thermometer-busting record temperatures has not been enough to push the numbers over the line. But it's only July, and there's a lot of summer still to go. Having already gone to purple and black, presumably the coverage of any actual new records will have to be accompanied by graphics of cities in flames and boiling oceans. Feverish has been the reminding of the record temperature set in Sicily in 2021 when the mercury hit 48.8 degrees centigrade, which is 119.4 degrees Fahrenheit. So vulnerable are the numbers to being manipulated to present any case a person might care to make, I'm reluctant to lean on any myself. But it's at least worth remembering there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun, including extreme warmth.
You weak-minded fool!
You've been living in a dream world.
Free thinker.